Go forward with it. Assessor clerk.
No, nothing.
Oh, this could be fast. Agricultural Commission. Cable Commission.
No.
I'm sorry, ew, it is commission here. Cemetery trustees.
You'd be happy to know the town is legal now, there's a gate on the cemetery.
Fantastic.
So nobody can come and go, huh?
Unless they go.
Code enforcement officer.
Four intents.
No, they're next.
Two intent cuts. Map 22, lot 2, which is the Roderick property. And then map 2, lot 5, which is the Blueberry Farm. Continuation, they didn't finish by the end of the tax year, so they're just filing. Rather than doing an extension, they're filing another.
Intent?
Yes.
And then 2 intent to excavates. Map 11, lot 1. The Smith property on Governor's Road. And map 30, lot 3. That's my property on Moose Run Road.
So you're logging?
Intent to excavate.
Assessing officials.
Do I need to be worried about this? It's not like a biohazard all over this?
It's not white.
Assessing officials and dates. So you're gonna use us as the
Yeah,
assessing
it's
officials.
a slight, because that's actually what you are.
Yeah.
So, and it's a slightly different form than the intent to cut.
Oh, this is Smith's.
Yep.
Did you take some of their stuff out on Governor's Road too?
It all comes out.
Governor's Road.
I've seen some trucks coming out.
Yeah. They used to have one that came out on Tucker Road, but they don't use that anymore.
Didn't it say Tucker Road on that? Or is...
Yeah, it does.
Tucker and Governor's Road.
Oh, ain't Governor's, okay.
Yeah. And that's it for road enforcement.
Road agent.
You guys received a letter from Miss Brenner, Judy Brenner, about the neighborhood watch signs.
There's a letter in there from...
Well, if you haven't, if you haven't read it yet, it's in your mail. It's a nice letter, but I volunteered because the best place to get the signs is through the prison system, that she would be best to let me know how many she needs. So in her letter, she tells you near the bottom there. My thoughts are one sign at the beginning and one sign at the end of Lyford Road, one sign at the beginning and end of Clark Road, and one at the beginning of Robinson Road and at the end of Robinson Road. Which
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know, quite understand if she wants to put that all the way on the other end of Class 6 road or what. But that's fine for her little district, but I think before we order these signs, you gentlemen ought to contact other people and...
The same with Clark. If it's going to be at both ends of Lyford, wouldn't you only put it at one end of Clark by Ernie Brown? Which there's no other way to get in.
Well, how big is this neighborhood watch district?
Well, I think the original intent, I don't want to speak out of my purview of road agent, but regarding that, it was very well received, and a lot of people were willing to make little subgroups. So I think there could be a lot of signs. we probably ought to just order some and have them available. I can't imagine, I looked in the book, they don't have them as a standard thing, so I have to actually get a quote from them. But I can't imagine them being too expensive.
Do we have, one of the things I thought, afterthought was, do we have to sign membership or anything in the Neighborhood Watch Association or whatever the official?
I don't know.
That's all right.
Judy was the one who initiated and kind of got that all going, so she'd be the one to talk to.
Yeah, the Neighborhood Watch program is actually ran and sponsored by Wakefield Police Department. They're the ones that oversee the Neighborhood Watch programs.
Well, I didn't know if as a town, if we had to, you know, just because of the incidents, for example, in Florida and all that, that we had to come up with something.
Well, I think that goes all through our police department, since Wakefield is our police department of choice.
So,
And where will you mount these? I had somebody approach me about they wanted to mount one on a stop sign. I was very leery
well,
of
I
doing that. A
said
little
for-
sign,
I
decal
said
one.
for a temporary thing, a sign, stop sign, or the signpost, but depending on where they go, I also voiced my opinion that some of them will have a small delineator post and go on a separate post. They for a permanent installation, not on a stop sign.
Not really.
They could be put on a road, street name sign, but I think most of them would be best on a individual little post.
Little post or a tall post?
Well, somewhere down where you can see it when you're driving, so the bad guys can't, claim they didn't see it when they get caught.
But if they're on a little post, maybe the bad guys will.
Take the post.
Yes, because we do have, a sign thief around. Haven't struck yet this spring, but I suspect the warmer weather will bring it back.
Ray, you need to return all the signs. Yes, Dick?
I've already canvassed Cedar Park in Sanford, Sanborn Road. A lot of interest from people. I've gone back to the police department and asked for more brochures. So I'd like to have two signs, one to put at the corner of Bryce and 109, and one to put at the corner of 109 and Sanborn Road.
And you would need one on this side of the bridge for foot traffic. For those people that would park at the end of Tucker Road and walk across.
So that's what I'm saying. I think we could, probably just have a few extras on hand.
Okay. Do you want to take a look at possible districts, areas,
That was what
and
was
come up with a
suggested.
total sign
Yep.
sign amount and a
Yep.
cost, and then report that back
Sure.
at the next meeting?
Yep.
Okay.
Do that. Other than that, we've continued to do some culvert cleaning and ditch work, and took the posted signs down, and next thing on the list is sweep, and I think it's safe to say we can sweep the roads now.
Okay. You got enough brooms for Ray to use?
Yeah.
Because he's going to go through like one every 600 yards.
Yep.
You got to sweep faster though.
I'm just gonna drive fast up and down the road and blow up.
Oh.
As long as there's no mailboxes in the way.
Okay. I'm going to read Judy's letter in since we were just talking about the Neighborhood Watch. It says, dated April 2nd, 2012, Brookfield Selectmen. The presentation given by Lieutenant Mark O'Brien on Saturday, 31 March 2012 at the Townhouse was well attended, of which I was pleased. Many questions were asked and answered. Most attendees commented to me later on how much they learned and remarked Neighborhood Watch was an excellent idea. 48 flyers with notices of the meeting were distributed, and a notice was published in the Granite State News. Eddie Nason will inquire as to the cost of Neighborhood Watch signs, then inform the selectmen, copy me. If approved, Eddie will order them. My thoughts are one sign at the beginning and one sign at the end of Lyford Road, one sign at the beginning and one sign at the end of Clark Road, one sign at the beginning of Robinson Road, and one sign at the end of Robinson Road. Total 6 signs. Give me your thoughts, please. Judy Brown.
Suppose she meant Roberts Road?
No. No, I'm sure she meant
Robinson.
Both ends of
But
Robinson.
doesn't that just dead end up there?
Yeah, it does.
Well,
goes all the way.
It goes all the way over to Clark Road, if you're brave enough to drive.
Yeah.
You gotta get up over the hump and down through the woods, but it's doable.
It's,
Steve's not gonna work that hard.
No.
No. So one sign down at Life is.
Well, because you're gonna catch it coming up Clark anyway, right?
And you catch it coming up life.
Yeah, we should do.
Catch it up
something.
both ends of like, what's that?
We should do something up in our area.
In your area too?
We don't have problems like that on Moose Mountain.
Well, you have the militia, well, I shouldn't say that we're on camera here, but you have the neighborhood watch program up there at the top of Moose Mountain. All right. You're gonna look at the districts and let me know about signage.
of course, for this to work, you have to have the people from the districts, I'd say, buy in, be willing to participate and keep an eye out for things, otherwise it's,
And one of the great ways to do that would be for all the districts to appoint a lead person and then hold one monthly meeting at the townhouse to discuss neighborhood watch issues, or however often they want to meet. So. All right. Conservation Commission.
the Conservation Commission, let's see, yes, the green up that they were gonna have, the cleanup, there's a sign out front for it to take place the 21st, I believe. And the selectmen, as you know, you volunteered to do breakfast. And we have somebody here who has put out 2 volunteers to assist the selectmen in doing that. We have somebody that's volunteered their grandchild and a neighbor to help us out. And that'll be at 8 in the morning. And the actual cleanup part of it begins at 10. So we hope people will come and we take a donation at this, or how did it work last year?
How did we do it last year?
He wasn't in office, huh?
Me?
Yeah, how did we do it?
Donation.
We did a donation right
Put out a
there.
basket, and actually I think we did quite well with people donating.
And we're going to do French toast and sausages again with orange juice. And
You'll have to buy everything.
Yes.
So I cleaned out the refrigerator and the freezer.
well, it's good.
Yeah. So just, if you think there's stuff.
Oh no, I never think there's stuff.
Real maple syrup?
What's that?
Real maple syrup?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There may be one of maple syrup over there, one
In the freezer.
in the freezer. I did leave that. I think that's all I did.
That freezes?
No. No. Okay.
Uh-oh.
What, maple syrup freezing? You can't hurt maple syrup.
Oh, you're being facetious.
I never thought about freezing it.
Serious, yeah.
As long as it's canned, it'll last forever.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you're a maple syrup concert.
Yeah, but it don't last long in my house.
All right. Anything else from the Conservation Commission other than that? Emergency management. Hi, Brad.
Clifton,
What's on the horizon for us?
well, a few more clouds, a little more breeze. Clear up first of the week, gonna be warm over the weekend.
We need
But
rain.
other than that,
We have the quote from Ron last, came in to give us a quote on fixing the piping in the back.
Okay.
And plugging it. His estimate was to just plug it, remove the pipe in the inside, plug it, not moving anything up or down, was approximately $100 to $125. He had a concern with the valve there, the relief valve, where it was placed next to the exhaust fan. He said he sees that as a problem because that relief valve, if it needed to exhaust, if it needed to release, the fumes would come down, and theoretically, since it's next to that little fan thing, he said he has seen birds get in where the fan are and sort of open it up a little bit, and then the fumes could come and get in the building. So he was suggesting moving the whole thing around the corner on the side where the townhouse is and putting it there. That cost is in the $400 range. The
Now,
other option he had was to just seal or put some type of clamp so birds couldn't open the fan, disconnect the electric thing, and maybe put some insulation in there.
I was going to say, without the generator in there, we don't need the exhaust fan in there anymore, right?
Unless it's a warm day.
Open the door.
Very true.
Get one of those no-seam nets that hang down there so you can open the door and all the bugs can't come in.
Given the cost, I think we should go for the least expensive option at this point.
I mean, how long has that been that way?
Since the building was built.
Okay, and we've never had that problem?
I'm just telling you what he says. I realize we don't.
Okay. Recommendations from the Emergency Management Director?
To remove as much of the plumbing inside as we can. And I agree, we're sealing off the vent right beside the door. And there's no reason why we need that fan in the wall either. That can be taken out altogether, I would think.
I make a motion, that's the thing we take.
Okay.
The second thing that I asked him about was cleaning the oil burners. He does not do that.
So we got to find somebody else who does.
Or we go back to Irving. Or was Irving? Or, yeah.
It was Irving.
At
You can also call
175.
Eastern.
What Eastern?
Absolutely, Eastern would come up and do it.
Yeah.
In hopes that they might get the oil contract.
Who will be this person that services it if it breaks?
It would be Eastern. That, you know.
The one who cleans it will be the person that we call to be the service person, because we've had to use their services before. So.
Irvin's.
Yeah, whoever gets it. I mean, we've had it.
No, actually, you can have anybody service it. You're not locked in. Just because you buy your oil from them does not lock you into utilizing them for cleaning or repairs. You can call anybody to repair it. I used Eastern when I was over on Stoneham for years and never had a problem. They were very responsive and very good.
You want me to call Eastern to get a price?
Sure.
Okay. We'll call around, see what I can come up with.
I mean, $175 per burner, that's kind of expensive for a cleaning.
Too high.
Yeah,
It should be $100. That's the most.
maybe because it says municipality in front of it that they jack the price up. So yeah, make some phone calls, see what we can come up with.
And Brad, can you going to contact Ron on that?
Sure. I'll be happy to.
Anything further on emergency management?
It's over on the next line down. GH.
Governor Wentworth School District?
No. K sub 1 or K2 there. Forest fire warden, that's okay, you don't have to list me on the agenda.
Actually, you're listed right here on mine.
Okay.
Right behind emergency management director. Just wrote you in. You hadn't let me got there yet. Forest fire warden. Okay.
We've just gone through quite a few days of a class 4 red flag day, very high fire danger. Right now we're down to class 3. We are not issuing any burn permits. Not till we get some rain.
There goes my campfire this weekend.
I didn't say to have a campfire, we're just not doing any brush burn.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I burned in my campfires.
With the weather, got the forestry truck out, it started right up, filled the tank up with water. We're happy to say we have no leaks. That's looking good. And I'd also like to thank the road gentleman very much for getting the hasp back on the door. The building is secure again. Appreciate that. And that's about it.
Good.
And the cots, were they secured?
Yes, the cots are secured.
Okay.
They are in the town clerk's office,
In the storage room over there.
in the storage room over there, which is locked.
Okay.
And there's a lot of stuff stored in the storage room.
One of these days we should take inventory.
No, we should check the floor under that.
Okay. Anything further?
No, sir.
What does that say? Heritage Commission.
Heritage Commission will be meeting tomorrow night. I will just make everyone also aware there's an event on April Saturday, April 28th as well. Wakefield Heritage Commission was able to receive a grant to do a study of their mill sites. And Saturday, April 28th, from 9:30, I believe, till 3 or 4, for $10, they will take everyone that's interested around the town of Wakefield. That includes lunch and show off the report and the mill sites that they found. They were very happy with what they got. They were able to get a grant to do it. I'm hoping someday we can do the same. Then the 29th will be the reception at the townhouse here, and that's probably it. I think we're going to be looking to do our site education with the state. Everyone has voted to do it in the fall, so we'll probably be scheduling it.
Okay. What time's your meeting tomorrow night?
7 o'clock here.
Okay. So we're delaying that until joint loss management quarterly has been delayed until April 24th. So Rich Zacher will be able to attend. Planning board.
May I give the report?
You may.
Planning board met yesterday at 6:30. We voted finally to accept the conditional use permit application, so that's all out of the way. We just got to work it into the book. The board also is reviewing all the applications that the town would receive applications for consistency. The board also voted to form a capital improvement committee. So this is a big deal, and we're going to start doing that very soon.
Okay.
I just have one last report. The SRPC is having a special seminar on what's called ITS, which is the Intelligent Transportation System. An example of that would be the electronic signs that tell you there's an accident ahead, the weather's bad. Also, red light cameras. What else does it do? It shows variable speed signs. And so that's Friday, 9 a.m. You can contact me for the location. Thank you.
A lot of towns are shutting off their red light cameras.
The cities aren't.
Yeah, some of the big cities did. There was a big hoopla in the news about it because of the cost on return wasn't there.
But there is federal grant money that would assist in that.
Can we say Big Brother's watching? Any other commissions, committees, or
I just think that to back up from it on the red light cameras, since we don't have any red lights in town, can I request one for the stop sign in front of my house?
no?
Killjoy.
Yeah, if we can cut that tree down.
Those brushes are high enough you can see.
That's why they don't stop.
I see.
Scares them.
That tree scares them?
Yeah.
You mean the pine tree or the
Spruce tree.
one in the triangular shaped place there?
Yeah.
I'm wondering what this,
Yes, downtown.
I'm wondering what the tree service people are gonna do to that when they get there.
Nothing.
I don't think they can do anything.
There's no wires there.
That's right.
I thought wires went right
But they'll
through
take the
it.
top off it again.
It looked to me like wires went right through it.
Seems, yeah, it seems they go right up the top of the tree. That's why the tree always has a flat top on
It's gonna.
I just thought it was in the military.
I think it's gonna have a shorter flat top before they're through. If they took down my birch tree in Cedar Park, they gotta do something with that. That's all I can say.
Start a petition.
Our little birch tree wasn't harming anybody.
It wasn't hers, not on our property.
But she liked that birch tree.
But I liked it. Don't you understand?
Any other old business? New business. Property and liability insurance.
So I went to the file. This is what we have. The property looks correct. The vehicles do not, because it says we still own trucks. And then these are the exposures. And I will put in, I have to see if that's what we did. So here are, this is what's in the file.
Top of your head, what would you say the salt shed was worth? Oh, we're on camera, we better not, for insurance purposes.
Salt shed?
What would you say a salt shed was worth to rebuild?
The new one?
Yeah.
I put in what we paid for it. Well,
I would say at least 60.
That's about right.
isn't that what we have?
70,000.
It's probably gone up since we did it.
Probably costed that to replace it.
Yeah, because the thing is, if it burns or collapses or something, there's an expense to get back to zero. And there's a cleanup. You know, when a house burns, you don't just say, well, it cost me 70 to build. You got a cleanup fee. So I'd leave it at 70.
And then you have the salt shed, or the old salt shed at the other one
Well,
where,
it's 7.
So this needs to be updated with whatever before May 1st. So
Yeah, we no longer have that vehicle,
Right,
but we do still have this vehicle.
right. I had written them that we didn't have it, but obviously it didn't get changed. And I'll update the payroll, 2011 payroll figure, just to make sure it's correct.
Okay.
Okay, if that looks okay,
That
then
looks
I
good.
will, you have to do it online, so I'll go in and do it online, update it. Here, that, when you do the mail, you can open those.
Oh, I want one
Well,
other
that's
question,
good
going
business.
back for a second. Anything new on that lot? Remember the last meeting we discussed the lot on Lightford there on the 187 and they were
He
all...
told me it'd take a month or two. It's gonna be a little while.
And then if you will initial them, just
These are the new bank statements
Yep.
for our new bank.
yeah. And the gentleman, Marcus, that worked with me on getting everything done, is now working at the Wolfboro branch.
Oh,
So it was nice to see him.
oh, that's
I
nice.
said, oh, look.
Now, in reality, what would we be checking this against?
So really on this one, you're not checking much
Because this
other
is
than
the
to make
start.
sure 100,000 hasn't gone and transferred out to another account. All you're doing is basically looking for large items that don't look right. A check to Mary Lou, a check to one of yourselves for 80,000,
Come on.
100,000.
How about this trip to Hawaii here at
Yeah,
the conference of the...
Eddie,
Okay, I'll see you.
thanks for coming, guys. And then here's the check, because this, I like that, it comes with a photocopy of the
Wow,
checks.
that is
Yeah.
cool.
So you can see who the checks were written
Wow,
to.
that is
Isn't that nice?
that is cool, yeah.
Makes it nice when I do my bank rec.
I don't want to jinx them. I can't watch them when we lose.
That is really a...
Your bank doesn't do that?
Yeah.
No.
Look, I think of...
Profile does.
All of them do. I thought they did. People's
I'm
does.
gonna credit you one,
Citizens
so.
does.
I can view them online, but that's it.
Yeah. Guess I just went to the eye doctor today.
Yeah.
She tells me that Dr. Marsh. I delivered his mail, by the way. He
Did
didn't
you?
have much. I delivered it. I really can't see it. The eyesight's going.
It doesn't look like there's anything out of the ordinary.
And most of the checks are signed by all of us, so,
That's it, sure.
yeah,
The big check is Governor Wentworth School District.
yep.
Do they put them in sequential order too, I would imagine?
Yes.
Yes.
And then, so what would happen